Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to Let's Play Dishonored. We had a pretty eventful start to the game. The Empress was murdered. The heir to the throne was kidnapped. We don't know who the assassins or kidnappers were, but we have a pretty good idea of who hired them. Namely, the Spy Master and the Lord Regent, who are putting together a coup d'etat. And they're trying to pin it all on us, the main character, Corvo Attano, royal bodyguard to the Empress. So, due to the help of some loyalists, some collaborators for our cause, of bringing the people who tried to pin this assassination on us to justice, we are now mid-prison break. And doing a pretty decent job of it so far. Of course, now that I've said that, this guard is definitely going to spot me in about 1 minute. Betting odds are 1 minute until he spots me and blows up this decent run. I don't intend to play the entire game ghost style. The criteria for a ghost run being that you do not kill anyone aside from key targets if you so choose to do so, and you alert no one, which we almost did there. See? See, I told you! You can never get too into yourself or into your run. That is how you blow it wide open. Unfortunately for him, he didn't quite spot us and sound the alarms, so we can just choke him out, and while you're choking a guard out, you do have limited mobility. You can drag him back just a little ways until he's finally fully unconscious, then you can just carry him over your shoulder, like a ragdoll. Then usually you'll want to be dumping bodies in shadowy corners or places out of line of sight from other guards so they don't notice the body and become suspicious or fully sound and alert. Like I was saying, this is not going to be a full ghost playthrough of the game. It's not even going to be fully stealth, to be honest. Mistakes have been made. Oh, speaking of which, I did alert that one guard last episode, but because of where I stopped off and not having a manual save, I just did the tutorial over and avoided that, since I had to restart pretty far back anyway. Now there's this one patrolling around here. He can come down here and hopefully he won't go back to his initial perch, look over and spot us. I think he's gonna, yeah. He comes all the way to the top of the steps and then turns his back, even though the other guard is missing. So he kinda brought this on himself. He's alive, no worries. We snapped him spine first over a metal railing, and then he tumbled head first about 10 feet onto concrete. Nah, he's fine, he's good. We got this. So we did retrieve the explosives last time. Gonna plant those. It gives us about 6 seconds to find cover. Hopefully that doesn't kill the guard. Nope, he's still unconscious. Good. Concussive force of the bomb going off did not harm him. And now we're out of the prison. There's still a part 2 to this escape, though, and to this tutorial sequence. It's a pretty good one, to be honest. All the way from starting with this nice, contextually relevant hide-and-seek game to teach you about stealth, all the way through the whole level, which is about 40 minutes. Now we start part 2 of the mission in Dunwall sewers. And given how nice that this watercolor style is, the sewers are actually kind of an attractive level. Not to mention they hide all sorts of goodies. This is going to be a pretty common theme for Dishonored. Exploration is key in here. I think there was a note. Yes, it was. Note from a friend. Corvo, if you're reading this, it means our plan worked and you've broken free from Coldridge. One of our contacts has hidden weapons for you somewhere deeper in the sewers. Grab the gear and find Samuel where these tunnels dump out into the river. He'll bring you to us. A friend who will meet you soon.
Be some down here by the look of it.
So we'll climb up here.
One of them will get Corvo. You're afraid of him? He's Sir Conan. It's all merchants and whores down there.
And as the doors open up, we'll get a macabre preview of what the rats are capable of doing and why this rat infestation has gotten so out of hand in Dunwall. It's not just the rats, but the rats are a major problem and a probably a vector of transmission for the disease. And oh, there's a corpse there. The rats are going to be heading right for that. And they're a problem in and of themselves, but not the core problem. A vector and a symptom, not the sole problem. Amanda and I only had enough coin to buy half the elixir we needed. Even that's all gone now, and there's nothing to do but wait. We're very sick, and there's no place to hide up above from the city watch. They're breaking into houses all over our district, so we'll stay here and share the last hours together. Our fire will keep the rats away, but they'll inherit this city. Damien. And it looks like the happy couple. Unfortunate. I think there might still be something more over here. Yep. Got a little bit of coin. The purpose of the coin in this game is going to become apparent by the end of this level. Or the beginning of the next one, actually. But it is a stealth game, very much in the tradition of Deus Ex or Thief. So you can imagine what we're going to be doing with that. Here we have an exam. We saw what the rats could do earlier. We saw them heading for that secondary corpse as we were passing through the sewer. Now, we're going to combine... We also saw the crank that we had to turn. The valve. So now we're going to combine two pieces of information. The rats will just strip a corpse to the last bone. And we have a gate to open with one of these valves. So we're going to use the bodies as a tasty distraction for the rats, assuming they take the bait, which they're being a little bit obstinate about. Might have to go stomp and create a little bit of a noise just to get their attention. Aw, come on, you little bastards. Come on. Hey, there we go. Don't want to stay on the ground with them too long because they will devour you. You can fight them off, but they'll hurt you. They'll hurt you real bad.
Attention, Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of
Oh, a little rat skewer. Who is living out here?
has temporarily escaped state custody. Any evidence as to his whereabouts must be delivered to the City Watch at once.
Alright, so we have nothing to climb but our chains. And there's some cool stuff up here. As soon as we can get enough height to actually jump off. Oh yeah, they give you a pretty hefty jump there. And then keep a careful eye out for these now. That is a tripwire. And we're going to do our best to trigger this from a distance so we don't get harmed. That's easier said than done. Because when you trip the tripwire, it doesn't just set a mine off. That little red thing in the distance, that will fire an explosive bolt. Having not the greatest of luck with these bottles. Sometimes when you break the bottles, the shards of glass will be able to hit tripwires. Not so lucky. I'm trying to really maintain some distance because of that. If I'd been like an inch to the left, that would have done more. That would have hurt me a lot more than it did. But for taking that risk, we get to this hidden little cubbyhole, and we get quite a bit of coin. Plus, we can come up here. Now, I believe this would have worked. We could have possibly grabbed onto this and bypassed all of that, but I'm not certain. Generally, though, you're always going to have options. So, greetings, Corvo, or should I say Lord Protector, as you were known before the title was wrongfully taken from you. We're servants of the Empire and the true Empress, a group of loyalists who want very much to meet you. Take these weapons crafted for you of the finest materials in the Isles, and meet with our man Samuel near where these tunnels spill out into the Wrenhaven River. All haste and luck, we share a common purpose. And in this case, we get a brand new tool. A crossbow. This is the silent replacement for the gun. And it, of course, has lethal options and non-lethal sleep darts. We're going to do our best to avoid firing that until at least the end of this mission. So the chaos that I'm going for in this is kind of going to be a medium chaos. We're not going full chaos, we're not going completely low chaos. Although I do believe that I will be able to maintain low chaos while still getting in some cool creative kills, because that's one of my favorite things about Dishonored, is how creative you're able to get with all of the tools and abilities that you are given, especially as the game unfolds. Oh, and in this case, we are going to have to slide under that tripwire. We could also trigger it, but hey, why not get used to the thing that the game wants you to do? In case you're too daft to remember, look to your whiskey for the answer. Whiskey, got it? If you want your share, you'll sort it out. If not, I'll come back for it next month. Jelly's share. And look to the whiskey. Well, if we move the whiskey bottles out of the way, we see 451 back there. That is the Wilhelm scream of video game passcodes or combinations. Either 451 or 0451, the latter being the most common version. And the most famous examples coming from games like System Shock, Deus Ex, and Thief. It was the key code for the Cambridge Looking Glass offices. So they just put that password in everything as an Easter egg, and then others started using it to pay homage to those classics. And it'll show up, I think, more than once here.
Do you know who we're hunting here? Don't try to take him out alone.
But what if no one from the squad is around?
Then try to make a lot of noise when you die. Knock something over if you can.
Bastard.
So we just need to creep up here. And hopefully we won't even need to use this bottle. In fact, I don't think we will. And dropping it won't shatter it, so it won't create a lot of noise for us to be detected by.
Did you say your sister was?
So we're going to take care of this problem right away before the other one paths back. I don't even know if he does, to be honest. But just in case, we need to deal with him anyway. So some missions will be a lot faster paced than this because I will be going fast and loose, not worrying so much about ghosting or not being detected or even not killing. This whiskey bottle should help if I run into a problem soon. So far, that's the tricky part done. But we still have a guy behind us. So, to make sure that he isn't joined by anyone, and maybe to pull him away. Nope. Okay, give them a second to go investigate the whiskey bottle. And not going to drop assassinate him. We will. take him with us, and we're not going to drop him into the water. We don't want him drowning in there. We don't want him getting devoured. I think that will count against our ghost ranking. And we pretty much made it now.
Attention Dunwall citizens. The assassin Corvo, responsible for the murder of our fair Empress and the disappearance of Lady Emily.
What a good tutorial level.
I'm Samuel, and I work for some good people who want very much to meet you. They said you'd come out here. I could still hardly believe it. I'll take you to meet them. Just down the river from here. This is the Hound Pit's pub, closed for business. Half the district marked off as dead from the plague. We're right under the Lord Regent's nose, and he don't know a thing. Of course, if anyone finds out what we're up to, the Watch will break in with swords drawn. And now that you've escaped, the Lord Regent's going to be tearing the city apart. Take you up to meet Admiral Havelock and the rest of the Loyalists. The Admiral's a man to be reckoned with. If anyone can help you find that missing girl, Lady Emily, and clear your name, he can. I expect they're hard at work in there. Best join them. They'll help you get whoever really killed the Empress.
At last, Admiral. We found our man. Even after 6 months...
We can continue this later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock. A true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pit's pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us, we're going to help you destroy the men who murdered the Empress.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested. Good to have you with us, Corvo. Nothing again.
Through the month of rain. Stay alert.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil is running. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there is a terrible mess. That one is empty. A new tank. Perfect. Now plug it in. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face, but this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Send the lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you need. Tell me what I can make for you. You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can. Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
All right, I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you all for watching. Take it easy. Have a good one.